Episode 2 of Loki was full of surprises and took us on a tour of 3 years, 1985, 79 AD and 2050. And a lot of things were revealed in this episode. As usual, I'm going to find and highlight all the callbacks and references from Loki's episode 2. So let's begin this video with a spoiler warning. Hi and welcome to SuperDUO, I'm Swapnil and these are all the callbacks and Easter eggs from Loki's episode 2. The episode begins in 1985 Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Now 1985 and Wisconsin are related with many Marvel Easter eggs. Now Oshkosh, Wisconsin is the birthplace of Marvel's late writer Mark Gruenwald. He created a series of Marvel Comics characters like Captain America's Flag Smashers, Battlestar and US Agent. Also as a tribute, Mobius' character is created to look like Mark. Also another Marvel Comics character, Wendell Waughn, belongs to Oshkosh. This character was known as a superhero Quasar and was created by Mark Gruenwald as well. The lady who spots the TVA agents looks similar to Agatha Harkness. This can be an Easter egg from MCU as Agatha is already introduced in WandaVision and this seems like a cheeky way to show her being present in some previous events from the MCU timeline. Another reference is one of the shop's banners in this town which says Dragonfly Armory. This can be a reference to the comic superhero Dragonfly. Although Loki and Dragonfly are not related to each other in comics, so this can be nothing. But then why do they put this name here? When the TVA agents enter the tent, we can hear an announcement about a performance which is actually a recorded voice. If you hear it closely, it says something to the extent of a fight is going to happen and the winner will get the princess. So this was somehow foreshadowing the fact that princess is Lady Loki, which we'll come to know at the end of this episode. The background music in this fight scene is of singer Bonnie Tyler's popular song Holding Out for a Hero. This song was also used in Shrek 2 movie. Also, the fight sequence in this scene shows the technique jousting, which was a popular sport from the medieval era. Lady Loki uses enchantment magic to control TVA agent C-20. This is similar to how Wanda uses her magic for mind control. But unlike Wanda, Lady Loki has to touch the person for her magic to work. Also, as we know that mother of Loki, Freda, was a witch, so this variant might have learned these magic tricks from her. When the killer variant leaves the tent with the TVA agent, the last line from the background song is, "I need a hero." Cut to we see Loki sitting in TVA office reading a magazine. It have number 4 written on it. This might be a reference to the 2019 comics of Loki edition number 4, which has this title on the front page written as Hero at Last. So this might be a hidden response to the last line from that song, I Need a Hero. The device on Loki's table is a 1976 computer device created by Lear Sigler Company. It was known as ADM-3A computer. All the different variants shown while the TVA's team discussion are Normal MCU Loki, Tour de France Loki, Minotaur Loki, Green Suited Loki, a Viking Loki. One thing to be noted here is that the normal MCU version of Loki is shown as blue due to him being frost giant, but in the movies he's not blue. When Loki visits 1985 with the TVA, he stalls them by telling an old story of Asgard, which is about wolves. This might be a reference to the giant wolf Fenris whom we saw in Thor Ragnarok. Also, when they reset this timeline, we can see the screen in TVA office. It shows 2 locations. One is Nidavellir, where Thor got the Stormbreaker, and the second is Sakaar, which we saw in Thor Ragnarok. When Mobius meets Renslayer in her office, there are a lot of things here to observe. First, the Timekeeper statue, whose face looks very similar to the comics version of Kang the Conqueror. Also, we can see a lot of souvenirs kept on a shelf. Other than Renslayer's weapon and helmet, these includes 1 hat, 2 snow globes, 1 katana and a roller skate. In Marvel Comics, such roller skates were used by Iron Man in the comics Tales of Suspense edition 40. Iron Man used jet-powered roller skates, so this can be a reference to that. During their conversation, we can see Mobius keeping his glass down and Renslayer getting angry due to the stain marks of the glass, which he denies are not from him, but Renslayer insists that they are his. I think these are from the other variants of Mobius that he is unaware of. There are multiple Mobius in the comics and we might get this info in the upcoming episodes soon. Then we see Mobius signing using this pen, on which we can see written Franklin D. Roosevelt High School. According to comics, Franklin was the name of Reed and Sue Richards' son, who are related to Kang the Conqueror because of a very twisted timeline from the comics. So this might be reference to Kang, who we might see in the upcoming episodes. Also, the location where they shoot all these TVA shots is actually a hotel in Atlanta named Marriott Marquez. When they reach in the library, we can see all the floors, in which we can see number 372, which is a reference to Thor comics number 372, in which the timekeepers were first introduced. Also, we can see the floor number LK3, which we have already seen in the lift. Also in the lift, we can see a button for Miss Minutes floor, which means she might be a real character rather than just an animation, and she might even play a very important role in the series. While reviewing his file, Loki finds the event in which he gets to know about Ragnarok, which destroyed Asgard. Here we can see this Easter egg in the form of a code name Revengers. This was a makeshift name for the team of Thor, Hulk and Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok. When Loki tries explaining Mobius how the killer variant might be hiding in the Apocalypse event, he uses the juice from Case's table. This is Boku juice, another reference to the 90s drink just like Josta in episode 1. When Loki takes Mobius to 79 AD to prove his theory, they visit Pompeii, Italy. According to history, we know that this is where the famous Mount Vesuvius volcano erupted, killing more than 20,000 people in an instant. They realize that the variant might be hiding in future year 2050 in Roxcart warehouse in Alabama. Roxcart resembles a name from comics, which is Roxxon Energy Corporation, the head of which, Dario Egger, was one-time partner of Loki, and they were an evil organization. We can also notice Roxxon in one of the ships in Iron Man 3. While leaving for 2050 Alabama, Mobius hands Loki his daggers. We know that these daggers are Loki's favorite weapon. When in 2050, everyone gets wet due to the hurricane, but as soon as they reach inside the warehouse, Loki uses his magic trick to show himself as dried. We saw him use this magic before in Thor the Dark World also, when he projected himself differently, which shows he can pretty much use his magic outside TVA. When fighting with the person under mind control, Loki falls and we can see his expression similar to Thor Ragnarok.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
When the killer Loki variant finally shows herself, we can see it is Lady Loki, and one of the horns on her headgear is broken. This is a reference from the 2014 comics of Loki named Agent of Asgard, in which the horn is shown broken. Also, the screen behind Lady Loki shows no signal, similar to how we saw it in WandaVision. When Lady Loki bombs the timeline, we get to see all the locations being attacked by her. We see Nowhere, which we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy, Niflheim, where Odin banishes Hela, Vormir, where the Soul Stone is located, Asgard, this is the time before Thor became king, Sakaar, the planet of the Grandmaster, Ego, who is a celestial planet and father of Star-Lord, Titan, the home planet of Thanos, Hala, the planet of Grease from Captain Marvel, Xandar, planet of Nova Corps from Guardian of the Galaxy, and Jotunheim, the home of Frost Giants and Loki himself. And at the end of the episode, we see Loki going through the time door with Lady Loki, whose character is still questionable. And in the upcoming episodes, we'll most probably see all the events unfolding soon. I will be creating more videos with all the callbacks from the upcoming episodes of Loki series, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and keep supporting. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Swapnil and you were watching SuperDUO. See you guys in the next one.